Ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of Mike's Gourmet Kitchen. Today we are preparing a delicious drinks recipe. Now, with Christmas around the corner, we all want something to spice up the day. Instead of drinking brandy, beer and all this delicious other stuff, we are going to be making colademono, also known as Chilean Monkey tail punch. A delicious mixture of milk, sugar, cloves, cinnamon sticks and brandy. So you got your dash of alcohol as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do, drop a like down below, comment and subscribe. Let's get cooking. First up, we'll grab our French pressed coffee maker. Let's pop this open. And for this, you want to brew at least 2 cups of strong coffee. Today's coffee I'm using is our Mosso G Cafe 10 out of 10 intensity, also known as the Blue Pack Moisture. It's absolutely delicious and we are going to be using that today. I'm using about 4 teaspoons. You want this coffee pretty strong. You can also use this to make espressos and add the espressos a bit later, about 4 portions of espresso as well. It does tend to work very nicely. We've got delicious crema forming on the top of the coffee. Let's leave it for a few seconds to simmer and then we'll go ahead and press it out. And there we go. Coffee all pressed up. Smells absolutely amazing. And this is the coffee that we are using. Mosso G Cafe Forza 3. Okay, moving on to the next part of the recipe. Let's get our pot on the stove and then move on to boiling some milk, sugar and some other ingredients. Great, let's get some heat going. There we go. Perfect. Now to this we are adding 2% fat-free milk, or also called low-fat milk. As long as the milk's 2%, you don't want to use full cream. It'll make lumps inside when you start boiling it. You have to decant it into your glass jar when you put it into the fridge. So best to use fat-free milk or 2% milk. We'll go ahead now and add about 4 cups. That's approximately 1 liter. You also want to check the heat. You don't want to make it too hot. You don't want to burn the milk. You literally just want enough heat to infuse the spice and melt the sugar. We'll add 2 cinnamon sticks. Oh, this one broke now. We'll add about 1 cup of sugar. Now all we do is we slightly stir until we can't feel the grittiness of the sugar at the bottom anymore. It means the milk is hot enough that we've infused the spices and melted the sugar. Time for our last ingredients. We're adding about 4 to 5 cloves. We'll leave this for about 5 minutes to simmer and then we'll let it cool down before we decant it and add the rest of our ingredients. Beautiful, so our mixture's been simmering for about 5 minutes now. We'll turn off the heat. And we'll just let all this beautiful spices in here just rest inside the milk broth for a few minutes. Let it cool down to room temperature before we go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. Mixture has cooled down. We'll move on to adding the rest of our ingredients. So first up, we're going to add about 2 teaspoons, or sorry, not 2 teaspoons, 2 drops of vanilla essence. There we go. Our 2 cups of strong brewed coffee. And then lastly, for the extra bit of kick, we are adding KWV 3-year brandy. There's a bunch of other stuff that you could use that's more culturally correct, but brandy does the trick and it tastes really good. Just go ahead. You can add this to taste. If you want to keep it virgin, don't add the alcohol and just refrigerate it as is. But I'll add about half a cup of brandy. It's gotten some color to it now, like a darkish brown, not dark, lightish brown caramel color. And it smells absolutely divine with that vanilla, cinnamon, everything. Let's move on to decanting this into a glass container and refrigerating it overnight. Excuse the moisture in the bottle, I just quickly rinsed it out. This is the bottle we're going to be using for our mixture to refrigerate it with. Now I have gone ahead in the meanwhile and actually strained our mixture from the pot through a strainer, or you can use a sieve or whatever, just to catch all the cinnamon sticks and the cloves. Now we'll go ahead and add that to this glass bottle and refrigerate it for about 12 hours. Okay, we'll leave it to settle down slightly, then fill it up to about 3/4. Then we'll refrigerate for 12 hours. Alrighty, all done. Put that to the side. It's cooled down quite a bit. There's a slight bit of heat. You don't want to put it in the fridge when it's too hot. Let's throw the cap on here and put it in the fridge for about 12 hours. Perfect, so our colademono has chilled in the fridge. Looks very nice, homogeneous. Let's go ahead and pour it into a glass. So let's grab any type of glass. You can grab a beer glass or anything, doesn't really matter. This is just for aesthetic purposes. Add some ice. You have to drink this on ice. Great. And now for the pouring. And then to top it off, a beautiful cinnamon stick. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you colademono or Chilean monkey tail punch. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. And there we go, all fancied up. We have here our delicious Chilean monkey tail punch made with Master Cafe coffee. So this is the jar, or the container I put it in. It's nice, it's got a hermetic seal at the top, so the moment the heat passes through, it seals it out nicely, and you can keep it refrigerated for up to about 3 days, which is not bad. I mean, you're obviously going to drink this in about a day with your friends and family. So with that being said, let's give it a nice and fancy stir. Okay. Wow, that is so good. It's sweet, it's got that vanilla, that aftertaste of the cloves, like a licorice spice taste almost. It's refreshing with the ice and also the creaminess of the milk, but it's not overbearing. It's so good. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop a like down below, comment and subscribe to see future content. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.